What is up? What is up, everybody? It's your girl Keianna, and I am here with the wonderful Culdasac Kid. So it's a special honor to have you today for this interview. We're just gonna tap into all of the good stuff he's doing. So, Cody, I want you to tell the people actually about yourself. Tell them what made you want to start music, get into it before we get into your mixtape and everything.
Okay. I mean, what made me start music? You know what I'm saying? I've been making music since I was 13. You know what I'm saying? I really started taking music seriously though when I was like super seriously, like as an independent artist, as a solo artist, when I was 19, right? So that gives me about 6 years of just doing everything by myself.
Oh wow. Yeah. You already dropped a single, Mojo Jojo.
Mojo Jojo.
And we all know where Mojo Jojo comes from. If you don't know, get hip to it, because if you know, you know.
If you know.
Cartoon Network vibes. Tell me, like, you have a mixtape coming up alongside from that single. Tell me, how'd you come up with the name Kids Next Door that you're about to drop, and how'd you get into that? What made you want to come up with that name?
So yeah, the mixtape is called Kids Next Door, like you said, where I kind of wanted to come up with the name. The whole concept, right, is like us coming from at a B&B, and we made like a whole bunch of songs in the B&B, and the very last song, like the little last song that I made at the B&B, I was sitting there as soon as, because we were supposed to go out that night and everything, and I was like, man, I'm not gonna go. I want to stay here and keep making music. Yeah. But the whole week we didn't go out, so it's like literally like either Saturday or Friday, and I didn't go out literally at all the whole week. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, what am I gonna call this mixtape, and what am I gonna call all these songs? Because as I'm making all the songs throughout the week, I literally don't have any of the names for any of them. So yeah, I'm sitting there and I'm like, y'all, I think I'm finna name every song on the mixtape after fucking a Cartoon Network show.
Yeah, I like that.
And yeah, it just kind of like stemmed from there. And then like literally like after the B&B, I listened through a lot of the songs and kind of came up with more and more concepts. But like when I'm making music, I like to be very immersed. I don't really even like to like think about what the song name is or anything like that, or like the concept of how I'm gonna roll it out. I just like to make it, and then as I sit with the music, I come up with the concept.
Okay, I like that. And at the camp, were you there with just random creatives? Were these your friends? Like, or did you curate this in advance, or just something spontaneous?
Some of them were random people. I want to say random people, but some of them were people that I wasn't necessarily expecting. One of the most unexpected duos from the camp was me and my nigga War Baby. Shout out War Baby. He's the one that actually produced Mojo Jojo. Yeah, so a lot of them were just people, a lot of my homies, and a lot of just creators from the city that my homies knew, like War Baby, and we all just kind of came together. We set up 3 different studios. We set up a studio on the first floor. We set up a studio in my room, like on the top floor. And then we set up a studio in the basement.
Oh, dope.
And everybody that was there was mostly my peoples, and we just rocked it out. Yeah.
So all of that inspiration, you came up with that for your mixtape, that moment there at the camp?
Yeah, literally. Everything, like all the songs was like just going off the vibe, like how am I feeling right there and then. And a lot of the beats that are there are all in-house beats. Everybody that was actually there at the B&B were also people that produced on the tape, right?
So tell me then, when you were creating, back to Mojo Jojo, we were creating Mojo Jojo because that single was separate. What was your thought process for that song when you released?
So yeah, with Mojo Jojo, honestly, that type of beat and that type of cadence is like something that I feel like I don't do as much. I do it a lot, but I don't drop it as much, right? So it's not really a big thing in my catalog. So with that song, honestly, I was just, the inspiration, that was probably like, I think we made that on the very first day.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that song definitely, it was like either the first or second day.
Yeah.
War came like very early in the week. And with that song, I kind of just wanted to make something aggressive. Like, I wanted to be like on some aggressive, turned up shit. Even though I don't really think it's that turned up, I think it's like a chill turn up. But honestly, I just went with the vibe of me wanting to make an aggressive record. And that's kind of how that came about.
So what would you say? Like, is your mixtape finished? Are you done with it yet? And if so, what is one of your favorite songs or experiences working on it that you've had so far?
So yeah, the mixtape right now, today is what? What is today? January
Today is the
12th. Yeah, January
Sunday.
12th, Sunday. And as of January 12th, 2025, my mixtape is not 100% finished.
Okay.
Unfortunately. Right? We got all the mixes
You're
done.
releasing it soon.
Yeah, we're releasing it soon. We're not going to drop a date yet, but we're releasing it very, 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 very soon. But yeah, so 75, 80% done. Only thing that's really missing, I'll just be super like transparent. One thing that's missing is I want to change something at the beginning of the very first song. Okay. And then one of the mixes for one of the songs called Lola Bunny, shout out, featuring Charles, Infamous, is not mixed at all. That's the only song that's not mixed, even at a little bit. And there's another song that needs to get remixed, like not remixed, but like it needs to get mixed again. So yeah, there's just 3 records that need to get polished, and then it will be completely done. We got the cover. I need to show you the cover. The cover is crazy. Like
exclusive sneak peek.
Yeah,
Sorry,
cover
guys.
is super crazy.
Based off of you saying that and it not being fully completed done, would you say that the process was a smooth process going through this? Were there any like moments that were really hard that you get maybe writer's block, or maybe you didn't get a beat in soon enough or got stuck at any point? Was there any time that you felt like it was hard?
Like
throughout just in general of your mixtape process?
Like this, okay. I'm going to share a story. So honestly, it was some moments where like I never got writer's block, right? That's why I even wanted to do make the mixtape in this B&B. Cause like I feel like I make my best music when I'm like super immersed versus going to a studio and having to like pay for 3 hours and then come up with some shit. Like some people like write their shit and then go to the studio, but like me, I'm a very immersed person. When I'm like around something for like 2-3 days on end, I just continuously get better. It's like seeing Goku go from base form all the way to Supreme. Nah, his super form, his God form, all that shit. But like, I literally just continuously get better, and you'll hear that through the mixtape. So I never got writer's block or anything like that. But there's definitely like when you're dealing with a lot of people in a B&B and you're focused on making the music, and you have people coming in and out. There's obviously gonna be like some kind of problem, and it really wasn't that much because most of everybody there is my homie. But it was one night going into my birthday. I'm not gonna drop the girl name, but there was one girl there that actually pissed me all the way off. Like, I don't know why she was just like feeling like she could just be the star of the show. Yeah. That night, she did that, and then she brought her homegirl with her, and we had a B&B. This is like the little TJ situation.
Right, do the tea.
Right? This girl brought another girl. Right. You know what I'm saying? We love females. We always want the females to come, but this was like, it was just like way too much, right? Shorty brought her homegirl, and the homegirl had a dog, right? The B&B has cameras everywhere, and it was really strict on do not bring animals. She has the dog like in the purse. I'm not even thinking when they come, I'm like, yeah, we want the shorties to come, right? But when she came with the dog, I was instantly like, what the fuck? And then the girl is like super aggressive, really like all up in your face, like, yeah, I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that. Like, who are you? She don't know me. She only know one person that's at the B&B, but she trying to take over everything. And like, I just let her have her moment, because you know what I'm saying, I want people to create, and maybe this is how she is. So I went upstairs and made my own song, came back down and was trying to record again, but she's still just on 10. I was so frustrated. I had to just like tell her to leave. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I told her to leave. I'm over here super high because I had to just smoke that off. And then me and my homie Dubby is just looking at each other. He like, bro, I think I want to go home because he's engineering for the week. And I'm like, no, we gotta make one more. Yeah. It's literally my birthday. It just turned my birthday. Yeah. And I'm like, nah, bro, we gotta make a song. So then we made a song, and it's probably one of the latest songs on the mixtape. It's called Johnny Test.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
The two twin sisters at the beginning of my story, they was pissing me off, so we made some shit like Johnny.
That's like the perfect way to turn a crazy moment that you're like, damn, I wish this wasn't going how it was into something like better.
Yeah.
And it's funny too that most people you would think, oh, my inspiration came from my favorite artist, and this, and yours is coming from someone about a dog in a beer that was supposed to bring. So
it's very
it works out.
Yeah, it's very cinematic.
Yeah, too, I want to ask. Describe to them what a cook camp is. Like, what even is that? For example, you're coming together and making music with your friends and with different people, but how would you describe like a cook camp, like overall? What is that?
Cook camp? Honestly, I wouldn't say it's like necessarily a cook camp because, well, it is a cook camp, right? It's definitely 100% a cook camp, but what a cook camp necessarily is just a bunch of creatives from not just writing, because y'all don't even know. This one right here is also on the mixtape, right? But just bringing creatives there, right? From people that like to draw, from people that like to do music videos, to people that like to engineer, meaning engineering music, people that like to rap, all types of vibes. We have all types of people that pulled up. And what a cook camp is, in my opinion, is just something that, or a place where people can just be their original self and put it into be something that is just all fun and games, right?
Yeah.
Where we just make one song the whole week and play Madden the whole time, right? Like, we're here to do something, so let's put all that creative, all that stuff that we talk about at the beginning of the year,
and execute it together.
So just a space to be extremely creative on the music.
Favorite song that you have on your mixtape so far?
So honestly, I've just been going through like a lot of different other songs, and a lot of the songs I've listened to over and over. A lot of them have been my favorite, but my very favorite right now is definitely a song called "Foster's Home" for Imaginary.
Okay, yo, I just love that you really weren't playing when you said I'm gonna put a show title for each one. Okay.
Show title for each song.
And how would you describe the vibe of that without giving too much away? Like, what is the vibe?
Yeah, so I also made that song on the last day. This was like in the morning. I remember this. That one. So I have my last song, 2024, that I released with this other producer named Matt Woof. It was probably my highest streaming song last year, called "Past That." And it's kind of that same kind of vibe, but just me. And it's a hook at the end, and I'm singing on that bitch a little bit. Yeah. But it's like some just straight barring out shit.
Okay.
Yeah, some straight barring out shit with a hook at the end. I don't really know how.
If you could be any Cartoon Network character, what character would you be?
I could be any Cartoon Network character. I mean, my favorite Cartoon Network character is probably just me thinking about it, is Ben 10. But I don't even have a song on there.
Ben 10, that was the show.
Yeah, I fuck with Ben 10 because of the watching shit.
Okay.
But if I could be one, I guess it would. I think I'm gonna stick with Ben 10. I'm either gonna be Ben 10 or I'm gonna be like Mordecai and Rigby, just because I feel like
I could see that.
They would.
I can see you being there.
Yeah, I feel like I fit Mordecai and Rigby, like my vibe, but I just feel like they were living like a crazy life. Yeah. Even though they were very fucked, like they had fucked up situations. They was working at bogus ass job.
Okay, one more. Kids Next Door characters. Which one would you be, or which one do you relate to the most, and why?
Do I relate to the most?
Yeah, out of the K and D characters. Or even that you would want to be. Yeah,
I mean, I relate to the most. I feel like I relate to like every single one of them, like equally, honestly. Cause I feel like I'm a leader, number one. I also feel like I'm very, very smart, think things through, like number two. And I think I am a cool ass nigga, like number four. Okay. But I also love kitty ass shit, like number three. Okay. And I'm a black ass nigga, like number five. Okay. You feel me? So I feel like I'm all of them. But
that was smooth as hell. Interview's over. I don't even need to do any work. But honestly, is there anything you would want to leave for the viewers as far as, I mean, you're someone who is young, you've done it yourself. you find ways to turn something chaotic into something inspirational. What would you want to say to the viewers who maybe are looking to get into writing, get into music, and maybe they're a little stuck on doing it and making it happen?
Look, this is coming from somebody that is also stuck and trying to make it happen. Just do it. It's literally that simple. You know, easier said than done. Did I say that phrase right?
Easier said than done.
But just do it. Like if just doing it does scare you, maybe preparation, maybe like writing it down and being like, okay, seeing is believing for you. So maybe writing it out and then executing it. But honestly, just do it. Like the not the cook cabin, but like the whole cook up house that I did. Like that was something that I planned out for like a whole year before. Like that was something that I dreamed in my head and literally made that shit happen.
Oh wow.
Perfect. I'll say do it and just like be able to execute it, because like you never know where it's gonna happen. I don't even know where this is gonna land up, but you know we're hoping for the best.
Somewhere grand.
Somewhere grand, because a nigga put in work. We all put in work, and you know what I'm saying. If we support each other, then it's no place we can't go.
Exactly. But I thank you for the interview. Honestly, we are super excited for the mixtape to drop, Kids Next Door. You guys gotta stay tapped in, locked in, so that you know when he's gonna drop it, because it's right around the corner. And yeah, thank you for the interview. Tell them where they can find your music, what platforms.
All my music is out everywhere, on Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube. Finna be a lot more active on YouTube if TikTok really goes away. Again, this is January 12th. We don't know if TikTok is gone by now, that you're probably seeing this. But yeah, so, and we out.
We out.
Cody!